Hello, it's Jaiyesimi here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I decided to do this series, which I'm calling Frequently Asked Questions, because when I had the mentorship session in Lagos and Abuja, one of the requirements was for people to ask any question or note down the question they would like to ask me. And by the time we collated everything, it was so long that I couldn't even answer it on the day. So what I said to them was I would answer it via a series on my YouTube channel, which I'm happy to do because more people will then get to benefit from the answers. So this is me fulfilling that promise. And as you watch the series, as you listen to me answer the questions, if you have any more questions of your own, please feel free to drop it as a comment here on YouTube. You can send me a message on LinkedIn or via email, and I will do my absolute best to answer the question. So let's get into the question for today. So the first question is, what strategies did you deploy to become an authority in communications? And that's an interesting question because I didn't even really set out to build authority. I just wanted to build my personal brand and be visible for the kind of opportunities that I wanted. And then in doing that, different kinds of industry opportunities literally across the continent began to open up. But I always like to reflect on my journey, to reflect on steps that I took, because that's how I can share with others to say, this is what I did. If you do that, it can possibly work for you, or you can tweak what I have done to suit your own particular context or what it is you want to achieve. So the first thing that I would say is create valuable content. I think that for me is one of the most important things that you will need to do. Think about how you can create content that will be valuable for professionals in your industry, for professionals across the continent. And this doesn't mean you have to be, an expert with 50 years of experience. It just means being able to share knowledge, being able to say, oh, I've learned this from this course. And a lot of people are doing more of that, and I love it. I took part in this course. Here are my key takeaways. I implemented this campaign. Here are some key lessons. Here are some hacks that you can use. And you will realize that as you begin to add value, you're going to position yourself to be an authority because you're demonstrating that value that is helping people, not just within your sphere of influence, but you're impacting people, and they come to you or they come to your page and they get something that they can apply. So really, really think about how you can create valuable content. The next thing I would say is document your work. I found that a lot of us, we do great work, but we're not documenting, we're not updating our portfolio. Some of you don't even have a portfolio, which is really bad. So we're not updating our work in terms of having a place where we're storing the things we've done. So the things you've done in 2023, campaigns, projects, whatever it is. Where are you storing this information? And this is why it's important. I'm just recently applied for something, and I needed to put evidence of the work that I've done. And I have links, so that is on my LinkedIn, on my website, on YouTube. It was so easy. There's certain opportunities that will position you as an authority that you will miss out on because you're not documenting your work. And it's not even just about having links. You want to get screenshots, because what if the website crashes or the organization decides, okay, we're not doing business again? You must be able to have a record, because there are certain opportunities that will need to see that body of work, that evidence of what you have done. So I found that very useful in my own journey. And I have that, a Google folder, my portfolio, I'm always updating it. Every project that I do, my CV, I'm constantly updating it, because it's not when the opportunity comes that I'll now start running around trying to make sure everything is in order. I do it as I go along. Another tip I would share is please take part in industry conferences and events. For communications, there's so many events, there's so many seminars, and don't just look at the free events. Sometimes pay, because what that does is you not only increase or expand your network, you also gain valuable knowledge that you can share. Remember, I started off this with valuable content. It really just starts with the exposure. What are you even exposed to? Are you going for conferences that opening your mind? So you go for a conference in America, you learn certain things that they're not yet applying in your country. That's content there. You share a blog post, you pitch maybe your lessons to a media platform and they publish it. That is also you building authority. It still ties into the thing of value. And if you want to be someone who adds value, you must be someone that is constantly committed to your professional growth and development. The next thing that I would say is volunteer. A lot of you belong to professional associations. If you're yet to belong to a professional association, please do. It really does have value. But in whatever professional association that you're in, take advantage of volunteering opportunities. Volunteer to be part of the board, volunteer to be part of some committee, because again, what that does is it gives you experiences that you can share about. It also helps you to add value. So you learn, you add value, you build your network, and it's so important. I remember last year, about 3 separate people reached out to me to take part in some research projects. One of them came up this year, which is the Africa PR and Communications Report. And that conversation, I'm not even exaggerating, it took almost 3 hours. It was really, really stretching. But when it came out, I was so glad that I took part in something that was so defining. It was a game changer for us in the industry. And I was glad that I took the time to be part of it. So look for these opportunities. I say that when you follow the right page, follow the right handles on LinkedIn, you can find things that you can be part of. So you want to follow all the professional associations. Yes, as many as you can. Follow them. The PRCA, they can be doing a webinar that you may find useful. You go on the webinar, you ask a question, or you document the lessons from that webinar. Just follow the right people, follow the associations, follow the communities, follow the agencies that are doing great and impactful work across the continent, so that where they are having events or where they are having sessions, you can be part of it. And then final thing is to build thought leadership. We build the brands of our organization, but when it comes to ourselves, they're like, what's happening? I had to tell myself this year, I gave myself a very interesting target. So for YouTube, for example, it was supposed to be 2 videos per month. On my website, 1 blog post. I didn't really meet that target. I did some, but at least my YouTube, I was on point with my YouTube, and LinkedIn as well. So give yourself targets. You want to also show up for yourself. How many times do you want to post on LinkedIn? Do you want to have content featured on a third-party platform or some media platform? And you don't have to think about the tier 1. Start from where you can and then begin to grow. So that's how you can begin to build your authority. But I will wrap up by saying, stay committed to being a professional that is invested in professional growth and development, because as you are learning, as you are growing, you would always have valuable content to share, and people are attracted to value. So I hope that helps. Thank you for watching.